skill with firearms and willingness to fight if attacked by bandits. And contrary to popular belief, shotgun messengers did not guard stagecoaches and their passengers. They guarded Wells Fargo's express shipments. Shine's coach carried 2 Wells Fargo strongboxes. One was the standard wood and iron-strapped chest placed underneath the driver's seat. The other was a locked iron box, known as a pony safe, because of its small size, bolted to the floor and concealed under the inside rear passenger seat. On this morning, the box under the driver's seat held only $174 in bills, while $655 in gold coin was locked in the pony safe. For Wells Fargo, it was a minor shipment, and as a result, no shotgun messenger rode on the stage. Shine gave the guard's usual seat to a woman passenger. That was considered the seat of honor. A traveler on a Sierra Nevada stage once explained, "As everyone knows, the most desirable of all places on a stagecoach is that known as the box seat. This is with the coachman, for if he is intelligent and in a good humor, he can tell you of all the sights by the way, with the personal history of nearly every man and woman you may meet, the qualities and points of every horse upon the road, with all the adventures, jokes, and other good things he has seen and heard during his 1,001 trips, under all kinds of circumstances, and in all sorts of weather. In short, he is a living road encyclopedia to be read and studied at intervals by the occupant of the box seat." John Shine, 27 years old, was a very experienced driver, and he was no stranger to guns or to violence. In 1865, at just 16, he ran away from his father's homestead in Wisconsin, lied about his age, and joined the Union Army in Chicago. He served during the final months of the Civil War, then returned to the family farm. 3 years later, seeking adventure, he traveled by steamship to California and worked as a gold miner in the Sierra Nevada foothills of Amador County. In 1869, he became a stagecoach driver, variously known as a whip, a reinsman, or a Jehu, the last nickname derived from the chariot-driving biblical king of Israel. Each of the driver's reins, or ribbons, controlled one horse. The 2 animals at the front of the team were called the lead horses, or leaders. The pair closest to the driver were the wheel horses, or wheelers. A stagecoach driver also carried a whip, but he did not use it to flay the team. Instead, he would crack it above the animals' heads to urge them forward. It took extraordinary skill for a reinsman to manage a 4- or 6-horse team on twisting mountain roads. Stage drivers were hugely popular on the frontier because they were a primary connection with the outside world, and so widely respected that they were called Knights of the Whip. John Shine worked hard as a Jehu, and in 1873 he managed to purchase a 1/3 interest in a large stage line headquartered in the prominent mining town of Sonora. Though he had become an owner, his principal job remained guiding coaches up and down the mountains between Sonora and the railhead in Milton. From Milton, a narrow-gauge railroad led 30 miles west to the city of Stockton, which in turn connected with the transcontinental railroad run by the Central Pacific. The stages on the Sonora-Milton route carried both passengers and gold from the mines in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Therefore, they were a favorite target of highway robbers. Shine's stage rolled out of Sonora, headed for Milton, 40 miles west. 8 of the passengers were women and children. The only men aboard were John Olive, one of Shine's partners in the stage line, and a young gold miner from Sonora who carried a holstered 6-gun. The 2 men rode inside the stage, and no one else was armed. As Shine called to his horses and chatted with the passengers, he guided the coach down the stage road that skirted tall hills richly covered with manzanita and scrub oak. The route followed modern